Welcome to another healthy vegan grocery haul from Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. I did a quick run. Well, it was fast because I knew exactly what I was getting and pretty much I stuck to it. Maybe a couple of things came into the cart that I wasn't expecting to buy or wasn't planning to buy, but for the most part, I stuck to it. And I'm going to share with you some of the tips on how I did that later on as we go through these groceries. And I hope that will inspire you or give you some ideas as to how you can shop for healthy vegan foods and with meal prep and meal planning ideas in mind. So let's get into it. First up, let's go to Whole Foods. Whole Foods has a lot of really good prices on a lot of things. And so you just have to kind of know what to go there for. And a lot of times their produce is better. And I just go to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's because those are the ones nearby. And and I love Trader Joe's. They have products that I don't see elsewhere a lot of times, and they do have a lot of great prices on a lot of things, better than other places. So it's just, I wish there was a store that had everything that I wanted in one place, but there's not. So until then, I'm going to be going to two stores at least, sometimes three and four. I'm not going to lie, sometimes more. First up, the frozen things, so I can get them back into the freezer. I got some wild blueberries, and these are for smoothies, ice creams, and just to eat every day. It's part of Dr. Furman's G Bombs, the berries, and in there. And these are just loaded with antioxidants and nutrients that are so important for us. And so I love to stock up on these. The berries, organic or not, are actually a better price frozen versus fresh. And I love the convenience of having them, and you don't have to worry about, oh, are they going to go bad? I haven't used them quickly enough. So I got strawberries as well. I want to start making strawberry ice cream in my Ninja Creamy. So that's something to look for, some Ninja Creamy recipes coming up soon. Especially with the spring coming up. That just around the corner here in the US anyway. So I'm really excited to be making a lot more Ninja Creamy recipes. I also got these raspberries, and raspberries are also so great in antioxidants, all kinds of nutrients. I love to use these to make a yogurt parfait. They're just so delicious, and I like having a variety of the berries. Now for the produce. I got Lucino kale, dinosaur kale, and these looked so good. And these were on sale for like $2. That's a pretty good price for a really nice bunch of kale. So I'm excited to use these in salads, and I like using things like kale for a leafy green because they're sturdier. So like if you make a salad and you want to have it for a few days, you can do that with kale because even with a dressing on it or whatever, it like holds up. So that's what I was thinking about with the kale. And then also to just add it to soups, my one pot dump and go soups, which I've been doing a lot more lately with red lentils because the red lentils break down so quickly and easily in a soup, and it just adds a lot of flavor and nutrition, protein, all that good stuff. So I will definitely be making some of those kinds of things. And then I got a head of cauliflower. And this I bought because I want to make cauliflower wings. I made them the other day and they were so good. I used chickpea flour to make the dipping dredge apart with that, and a lot of spices, some Frank's Red Hot, and they just came out so good, and it was so easy to make and such a healthy thing to have. So I'm going to be making that with this cauliflower. That's what I'm going to be making. And then I always get a lot of green apples. These Granny Smith apples are my favorite, and they're just so good. They're like, I mean, in my opinion, they're just better than any other apple. out there. I just love to eat them straight up and then sometimes really finely chop them and put them in a salad, and it just adds a burst of flavor and sweetness, sweet tartness. So that's really good. So yeah, so I'm doing that. And then the pups love the apples too. So just be careful, don't get the seeds. You know, the seeds are bad for the dangerous, toxic for the pups. So, but just the apple itself, I just do the inside. I don't do the outside of it, but they just go crazy for the apples. So, yeah. So that is that. And I think that is all for the, oh, how could I forget a 5-pound bag of carrots? So yeah, so I got this 5-pound bag of carrots, which is a lot of carrots. But the thing with carrots is they do last longer in the refrigerator if you store them properly. You know, keep them closed, or sometimes I'll throw a lot of veggies. I'll just throw like a paper towel in there, especially with the greens and stuff. I always layer them in paper towels because that absorbs some of the moisture and it really makes them last a lot longer, and so you can enjoy them. And yeah, so the one of the reasons I buy the 5-pound bag as well, in addition to that, I use them. I'm like seriously getting a weight workout just holding these. So 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 one of the reasons I get them too is that the carrots themselves are bigger in a 5-pound bag. And when you get a 2-pound bag or a 1-pound bag, they're always like smaller and thinner. And then you have to like do a lot more work. You have to peel a lot of them to get a little of the vegetable ready to eat. So I love to have like these bigger ones because then you can just like get a lot more bang for your effort, and which we need when we're preparing meals and wanting to eat healthier. We need to find ways to make it easy to do because that will keep us on track, right? And so yeah, so we have these carrots, arugula, and arugula is so good. It has so much flavor and it's a really great green to have. So it has just so many nutrients and everything. And then I also got the baby spinach, and I'm actually going to be using this in addition to having it in savory dishes. In salads, I'm going to make some ice creams and hide some spinach in there. So it's a sneaky veggie situation. And then we have Ezekiel pita pockets, which I love. As I've said before, I know in other videos that that you can just get so much into the pita pocket and really make a nourishing sandwich with that. You can get a lot of greens in there. You can almost like get a whole salad in there in a sense. And then it takes longer, like less time to eat it as it would to like eat a big thing of salad. This pita bread is just whole grains, sprouted lentils. And then I bought some Kite Hill Greek style yogurt. I bought this to use as a starter because I've started making my own yogurt, and I just did a video on that. So I'll link that below. And it came out so good. What you do when you're making the Greek yogurts, you're going to strain it, so you'll get a thick yogurt. The liquid that comes out of that is called whey, and you can use that to make your next batch as a starter. But as I've been reading about and learning more about making your own yogurt, I've read that even though you can freeze it, which I did, it apparently loses strength over time. So it's not going to be as good of a starter. And so I'm not really sure the time frame for that, but I did save all the way. And I used it for the second batch I made. So I'm going to try and test using this to see if there's a difference in the yogurt and how it comes out from using yogurt as a starter versus like the whey. So I don't know. That's of interest to you. So anyway, you can come along with me on my yogurt making journey. I had no idea that you can make vegan yogurt so easily and in the Instant Pot, which I love my Instant Pot for so many other reasons. And I knew there was a yogurt setting there, but I didn't pay attention to it in like the 5 years that I've had my Instant Pot, maybe 6 or 7 years. I don't know how long it is that I've had my Instant Pot, but it's been a while. So, but yeah, so that's so easy to make. If you want to know how to make that, definitely check out that video. And I definitely encourage you to make it. And I'll share about some other things for the yogurt. So only one other thing for that. So, and then this is kind of a splurge because these are more expensive. So these are, Guittard is the brand, and they make these 72% cacao chocolate chips. These are coconut sugar sweetened, so they don't have refined sugar in it. And I've been trying to do, well, I've been doing for the most part, no refined sugars for the last couple of months. This is like the same price of this brand's high percentage cocoa chocolate chips that are made with refined sugar, but they're like the same price, but they have a lot more chips in them. So this is a 9-ounce bag, and most chocolate chips are like 10, 11, 12 ounces, I think. 12 ounces probably more typical. But anyway, so, but I got these. These were like $6.28. And I bought 2 of them because I'm making a lot of different recipes, healthy chocolate candy bar recipes and things like that, which I'll actually have coming out soon, a 100-gram bar recipe, and also working on some other ones as well. So yeah, so I'd love to have these around for that. And then I got these rice puffs because I like to use this in my homemade granola. It keeps it a little lighter. And so I really like the way it comes out with the rice puffs. And so I got 2. So stocking up on these. I did stock up on a lot of things. So there is that. So I could definitely have kept my bill lower if I wasn't sort of stocking up on things. So that is almost it for Whole Foods, but I did what I usually do, which is buy a lot of beans. So I am going to start, I say this every time I do a grocery haul. I'm like, I'm going to start making my beans from scratch. And then I don't do it, but I'm going to start doing that. But it's so convenient to have the cans of beans around, and the Whole Foods is the only place that I've seen this no salt added beans, and so I like to go there to buy that. I am trying to be better about sodium intake, and again, I'm following as best I can. I'm trying Dr. Furman's nutritarian principles and protocol for eating for the most part, and so I'm trying to go with that. And he does no salt, no sugar, no oil, and so yeah. How high can I go with this? Okay, we got one more. So this is my Whole Foods haul. So I'm just gonna put all of this away now, and we'll go to Trader Joe's. And now from Trader Joe's. Okay. Bananas, big surprise. I love getting a lot of bananas, and for smoothies, for banana and ice cream, for Ninja Creamy recipes, also for baked goods. I replace eggs sometimes with these. I've been making a granola where I use this in the granola recipe a little bit. So love to always get a lot of bananas. And I got 6 ones that they're almost ripe. They're pretty much ripe. And then these ones were kind of really ripe. So those are going to be ready to go for a lot of different things. The riper they get, the sweeter they are. So using them in the sweet recipes and things like Ninja Creamies and everything, like really help add more sweet natural sweetness without adding other sweeteners. So that's good. And then I got these organic zucchinis, two of those, and I've been using these, shredding them and using these in like a chickpea scramble or chickpea omelet that I make, and or in any kind of stir fries or bakes and things like that. I have a veggie bake recipe that is really good, and I use that in those. So, and just really, I love having zucchini around. It's so easy and adds so much to so many things. And then I got a couple of large red onions. Always need a lot of onions on hand. Again, with Dr. Furman's G Bombs, onions are in that. They have so many good nutritional benefits and everything. So I'm liking to incorporate onions in a lot of things that I make. So have them every day since they're on the list. And then I have a big beefsteak tomato. This is just for sandwiches and for salads and that sort of thing. Actually, also really finely chop this and put it in a chickpea omelet that I made. It was like a chickpea pancake and savory and everything. So I use that for that as well. And I got a papaya. Papayas, I don't know if you've had papaya with fresh squeezed lime juice, but it is the most amazing thing. It's so good. And so I bought a lot of limes from my last haul, and they're still good. So I'm going to use those and make a nice big papaya lime bowl of just a lot of for a snack. Or sometimes I like to have something light, like just fruits and stuff for breakfast if I'm not feeling very hungry in the morning. So yeah, so that's a really good thing. And I will eat this entire papaya in one sitting with a lot of fresh squeezed lime juice. One of my exciting finds from Trader Joe's is something I get there all the time, but they had a different size. This is a 2-pound container of medjool dates. This 2 pounds, and it was only $9.99, I think. And so usually they just have the ones that are like 12 ounces for about half that price. And this is like over twice as much. And it's for $9.99. So that was a really great find. And these are the large dates, the medjool dates. They're the large ones, and they're usually pretty squishy if you get them where they're perfectly fresh, like, and they haven't dried out more. They're really squishy, and they work great in like a vegan caramel, which I'm actually going to be posting a video, if I haven't already, on making 100 grand bars, and they're so good. These just replace the caramel part of it perfectly with a couple of other ingredients that I add to it. But anyway, so I'm going to be making a lot more recipes using dates. So I do need to have more of them on hand, even though I still have some. And then one more thing from Trader Joe's, because if you know, you know, soy milk. So I stocked up on soy milk. And one of the reasons is this time also I've been using them to make a yogurt. This soy milk is just soybeans and water. I'm going to experiment with other non-dairy milks to make the yogurt, but I haven't done that yet. So, but yeah, so these are great. I actually got 6. So one of them's in the refrigerator already. So I opened it. So yeah, so that's everything from Trader Joe's. And now some shopping tips. So the first thing I did before I went to the market is I took an inventory to see what I had in my pantry, what I have in the refrigerator and freezer. So I knew exactly what I needed to get and to fill in the gaps, so to speak. So that's one of the reasons why this was a successful grocery haul, and I didn't really sway from anything that I wasn't planning to get, except for the papaya that wasn't on my list. And then I do tend to buy more of things, so that like 2 2 red onions because those will last a long time. So I like to, stock up on things that will last longer. So that makes it easier for me. I don't have to go to the grocery store as much. And so that's really helpful. Also, the more you go to the grocery store, the more you run the risk of seeing something that you didn't know that you wanted or would want. And then you buy something and spend more money that way. Impulse purchases are possible. I've been staying on the perimeter of the grocery store, so staying in the produce aisle, going through the freezer section to get some healthy, organic frozen fruits and vegetables and stuff. So I haven't been going into all the aisles that have chips and candies and different things that can get you in trouble. So I hope you enjoyed this grocery haul. I will link to the recipes and things that I mentioned in the description below. If you enjoy videos like this, grocery hauls and recipes for healthy vegan snacks and meals and desserts, go ahead and subscribe if you'd like, and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And again, drop a comment. Love to hear from you. Let me know more of what you're interested in terms of healthy vegan lifestyle and such. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.